Oh, I look like shit. Okay, well, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. I was busy. Um, well, I got a couple ideas. Well, um, people, lovely people, were so nice too. Apparently, you can message me, and they messaged me things. And one person made a list of like 15 questions. That is a lot. Thank you so much. It was Jason Anderson. He said, what did he say? Hi, I really like your channel, and I was wondering if you would do a video request. These questions are based off the movie Honey, We Shrunk the Kids. I have not seen that movie, but I've heard of it. Um, Please read the questions out loud and post the video response on YouTube. That is what I am doing right now. If you found 20 of your enemies shrunken down on bug size and in your room at night, explain how you would go around smashing them under your bare feet. Well, um, I'll do this. I'd walk into my room and be like, bugs, they're people, bug size. And I go, ooh, yay, smashing you guys. So that's what I would do. And then if you saw one of them walking below your, right by your feet, would you squish them or let them get away? Well, certainly not let them get away. If they're behind my feet, and they're right here, I'd be like, woo! Oh, that's what I would do. Make it interesting. I would do a little noise though, cha noise. And number 3, if one was sitting on your favorite chair, would you sit on him? How long would you stay there? Well, certainly would sit on them. I'm not sure I would sit there. I would sit there until they begged me to get off them because I'm so fat. Okay, moving on. 4. What part of your feet would you squash them under and why? Hold your foot up to the camera and show where you would smash. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read this. Okay. Well, I don't know. Let me just try this. I would do this part. Sorry, my feet are gross. Oops. I would smash them with this. What am I supposed to say? Oops, it turned off. Okay. Next question. If one of the tiny guys got stuck between your toes, how would you squat? Ew. I don't. Ew. I just think and like throw it. Number 6. If one of the shrunken men fell into one of your flats, what would you do? I'm not sure what a flat is. It's a house, I think, the UK, or like a little something like that you live in. So I'm not. Would it fall like from the sky? I don't know how to answer this question. Number 7. What toe would you use to mash them under? Toe. Probably my big toe because I don't really understand like what other toe I would use. Um, would you keep one of his slaves and make him rub your feet and clean between your toes? I probably would because no one else will do that for me. So, might as well. Number 9. What if some of the tiny men jumped into your purse when you went to school? Would you sell the shrunken guys To your friends, what would you do with them? Well, if they were in my purse, don't have it, so if they're in my backpack, I like, I'd make them do my homework, and then I would sell them for lots of money. Let's shut off again. Okay. What number was I on? 10. Would you make your bug-sized enemies worship you like a goddess? Well, hmm, sure, because I've always wanted to be a goddess, be Aphrodite. Uh, isn't she the goddess of love and beauty? So I'd probably be the, the goddess Athena. She's the goddess of war. I would end all war, because I am like, okay, getting off topic. If you were going away and suddenly you feel something in your sock, now you realize that your tiny enemy was careless enough to hide inside your sock before you put it, and now he's trapped inside your foot. Would you leave him inside? No, I wouldn't. I would not leave him inside because I would not be able to walk with a person in my feet or in my sock. No, not happening. Number 12. If your best friend offered you $700 to take one of the shrunken enemies and throw them in your microwave, turn it on for 3 minutes, would you do it? Not 3 minutes. No, that would. I feel like I would get arrested. Honestly. So that's the first no. I think I'm not sure if it is, but the first no that I have taken notice of. Okay. Number 13. Now let's say you find one of the shrunken enemies trapped under the leg of a table. He's still alive and trying to get away. Would you sit on the table and finish him off? No, because again, I think I would get arrested for murder. 14. Would you drop your butt down fast on the table or sit down to make the little guy suffer? If I was going to do it, I would, and like I would do it fast because I'd feel bad after. I'd feel actually really bad. Last but not least, number 15. And it's surely not the least because it's a big, big question. If someone offered you $300 to throw one of the tiny enemies in your mouth and swallow them, would you do it? How long would you think the little guy would survive inside your belly? Well, and there's one more, but I'll read it after. Here's the first question. Um, Maybe if it was more money, $300 is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna eat a person for $300. Maybe $3,000, so that I could get meet and greet tickets to One Direction and Soundcheck and concert front row. Cause I saw him on, I don't know where I saw him, but I saw him for $2,000. And it was all that, and I was like, yeah, I can't afford that. And then how long until I don't until how long they would survive in my belly? Uh, I honestly have no idea. That would be how long he can hold his breath, because you can't breathe. Describe what you think his last moments would be like after you swallow him. No, please don't swallow me! Ah! That's what I would do. Okay, that's all for the questions. Okay. Bye.